In this example, we're going to let f of x be x over x plus 4, and we are going to find the value of x such that the derivative is equal to 3. Now, because I have a rational function here, I'm going to use the quotient rule. So we have that the derivative is the derivative of the top. When we use the quotient rule, we take the derivative of the top, which is 1, times the bottom, minus the derivative of the bottom, which is just 1, times the top, and then we divide that by the denominator squared. When we clean this up, I have 1x and minus 1x, so the x's are going to disappear, and I'm just left with 4 over x plus 4 squared. So here's my derivative. This is my f prime of x. Now the question wants us to find the value of x when the derivative is equal to 3. So we're just going to set the derivative equal to 3 and solve for x. The first thing I'm going to do, now there's tons of ways that you can do this, but I think the easiest thing to do is to start off by multiplying both sides by x plus 4 squared. That way we get rid of the fraction, so I can cross this off, and I'm left with 4 on one side and then 3 times x plus 4 squared on the other. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide both sides by 3. So I'm going to get 4 thirds is equal to x plus 4 squared. And then I'm going to take the square root of both sides so I can undo that squared. Remember, when you take the square root, you got to remember the plus and the minus. And when I take the square root of x plus 4 squared, that undoes the square. So I have plus or minus the square root of 4 over 3 is equal to x plus 4. And then to finish solving for x, I just have to subtract 4 from both sides. So I have minus 4 plus or minus 4, the square root of 4 over 3. Now I have two answers here because of the plus and minus. One answer is minus 4 plus, minus 4 plus the square root of 4 over 3. The other answer is minus 4 minus the square root of 4 over 3. So these are your two answers, and in the question it wants you to specifically state the greater value first and then the smaller value second. So make sure you put them in the correct boxes so that the program can identify the greater and the smaller value.